Massive unidentified terrestrial organism. It is, however, no longer terrestrial, it is airborne. Now, the world still thinks this was an earthquake, and it would be preferable that that remained so. Before we lost sight of it, it was headed east across the Pacific and had emitted enough EMP disruption to create havoc with our radar and satellite feeds and reduce us, for the moment, to a strictly visual pursuit. I emphasize for the moment, because we will get on our game and we will find this thing. It is imperative that we do so.
I think at first I was thinking that this was going to be just a monster movie, and it really isn't. And the thing that iced it for me, as far as wanting to be a part of it, was that it has a very strong, character-driven narrative to it.
It was fun to play a mother who's responsible for her own emotions and actions because of a child witnessing it, and so having that, trying to figure out how to go through things that are scary but not let on.
For me, it was the real challenge there was playing a lieutenant in the Navy, playing that sort of American military guy. It was a role I hadn't played before, so I was really intrigued into kind of doing that. But yeah, I liked, I liked the fact that he was a father and a husband, and it had a real strong family element to it, and that, it sort of became a fight for survival.
When you sign on to do a piece like this, you really are looking at the material, you talk to the director, you agree to it, and then you hope that when you get on the set that you'll make a connection. It's not imperative that you do, but the fact that we got along and like each other just made it easier to meld into that relationship.
Although we have this kind of feud, and I'm supposed to be angry at him all the time, although he'd be cracking jokes a lot, so, I can't stay angry at Brian.
And he acted like my son. I would say something and he would roll his eyes and oh, great. The general disrespect for the elderly.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I think Godzilla stood the test of time, is there's so many different ways we could have gone with this film. There's kind of this infinite canvas, and it took us a year and a half of playing around to sort of land on the story that we wanted to tell.
We were very fortunate to come across Gareth Edwards, and if somebody would have said to me a long time ago, look, not only will you get to make a Godzilla movie, but you'll have this fantastic young director, and you'll have a cast that it could easily be doing Shakespeare here in London versus a Godzilla movie, I would be really excited about that.
My wife died here! Something killed my wife! And I have a right to know! I deserve answers!
I've been a Godzilla fan since I was a little kid, and we wanted to bring kind of a fresh perspective to that.
I was a huge Godzilla fan as well. In fact, I had the little figurines of Godzilla, and I would go into my mother's kitchen and get cups and bowls and things and fill them with dirt and glasses with dirt, and I'd turn them upside down to make molds to make my own little city, and then my Godzilla would come through and crash through the whole thing.
I sat down with Thomas the other night and had a meal, and we were just celebrating the fact that we'd finished the movie and we're about to do all the publicity. And inevitably, as you're chatting, sequel, do we talk about it? What do you want to say? And we both agreed not to jinx it, and we said, you know what, let's just let this play out. Let's see how people react. Let's see how they respond. And, if it all going well, May 17th, we'll be having another meal, and we'll try and figure it out, I think.